Let's lock in. All right, so Jey Uso has just won the men's 2025 Royal Rumble. And I, just with a lot of other people, have mixed feelings on this. While on one side, I can see why a lot of people are excited about this or happy about this or feel like they may have gotten their payoff, there are others that are on the other side of the fence that feels as though he may be undeserving, maybe he's not as over as he seems, or maybe they feel as though he's being shoved down their throats. I, for one, can see both sides of this, and we're going to talk about that in this video. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Wyzanow, here with Over the Top, and it's my new wrestling channel. So, if you're new, or if you stumbled upon here by just some sort of mistake, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We will have any and all wrestling content related stuff coming to this channel exclusively. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on it, and down in the comment section below, if you have thoughts of your own, let me know them down there. I am active in that comment section, so please join it. What are my thoughts on Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble? Well, I can say I'm thoroughly surprised. I did not see that coming. Jey Uso, just like everybody else, had a claim for why they should win the Royal Rumble. So this isn't one of those things where we could say, we can see the writing on the wall. Nah, not exactly, because his claim was, like I said, just like everyone else's. Everyone had a reason to want to win this Royal Rumble. Now, was his as big as everyone else's? I don't think so. I do feel as though there could have been a little bit more cooking when it came to Jey getting this opportunity by way of wins. It seems as though anytime he gets a real opportunity, it's more than likely gonna lose. So how do we offset that? We can get him winning just regular matches. Oftentimes, his matches come by way of a title match. And when you have more of those than his regular matches, it could kind of seem like the weight is more so leaning on Jey being a bit of a loser that just gets opportunities. And why is it that he gets opportunities? Well, the fans are going to see it as he gets opportunities because everybody likes to eat. They all love his entrance, and that's where it ends as soon as the bell rings. Because once the match starts, it's a punch and a yeet from the crowd. It's a super kick and a yeet from the crowd, and nothing else in between. Again, I could sympathize with the people that feel that way, because I'm one that feels that way. But to say that he's undeserving is a bit of a stretch. When you look at what his story is, he's very deserving. However, they didn't put the weight of what it is that he deserves as high on the priority list of all of the other guys that had reasons to want to win, as just for their feuds. They didn't put the priority as high or balance it out. For example, CM Punk and Seth Rollins, and the feud that they've been building has been building since CM Punk has come back, and it just seems to be a lot more important than anything that Jey Uso had going on. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, same scenario. We could look at Roman Reigns just as an entity. Feels as though anything that Roman Reigns is involved in is the biggest thing in the company, even surpassing whatever Cody Rhodes is going through. Now, granted, I'm in the camp of thinking they are nerfing the heck out of Roman instead of bringing people up to his level, but that's another story for another video. If you've made it this far, let me know that you want to see that video, and I'll get to work on that. We'll just set that as a bit of a reminder. So, what is Jey Uso's story, and why is it that I feel as though he does deserve it? Well, when I say deserve it, I think that Jey Uso needs the proper dance partner in order to main event WrestleMania. Because he can win the Royal Rumble and still not main event. He can win the Royal Rumble, get a title match, and it not main event WrestleMania. This is something that's been done before. There's also been times where the world title has not main evented WrestleMania itself. Look at just last year where you had Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre opening the show for WrestleMania Night 2 just last year. So Jey Uso doesn't have to main event WrestleMania, but there is a way that he can. And that, quite honestly, and it hurts me to say this because I am a Goon fan, but Goon would have to drop the title in order for main event Jey to main event WrestleMania. And he needs the proper dance partner. Who can that dance partner be? Not quite sure, because I don't think that there's much story in Jey Uso versus CM Punk right now. And I'm also in the belief that right now we're building up CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns in a triple threat in which I think will main event WrestleMania. I don't think that Goon is going to lose his title. Even if you give it to John Cena in the Elimination Chamber, I don't think that Goon's gonna lose his title or Cena's going to win it in main event with Jey Uso. That's not something that people are going to care to want to see in one of the nights of WrestleMania. There's much bigger fish to fry. Now, the reason why I say that it won't main event is because Goon, in the way that they've treated his title run, is just not of main event caliber. Therefore, it won't main event. Granted, you could kind of shove it in there, but I just don't think that it has the same weight as that triple threat or Cody and whoever it is that he's going to face. Quite honestly, if y'all want Jey Uso to main event WrestleMania, it should be against Cody. And also, quite honestly, there's more story to tell with Jey Uso and Cody than it is with Jey Uso and Goon. And I'm not trying to say that to protect Goon's title run. I'm not. But when it comes to Jey and Goon, what's the story outside of Jey just can't beat him? You know, like what's the story? The payoff is, okay, he beat him. All right, yay. But with Cody, it's so much more richer. With Cody, it was Cody trying to take down the bloodline, you know, and then Cody and Jey becoming friends. Cody and Jey winning the title. Cody and Jey just seeing eye to eye and everything. And it doesn't have to be a babyface versus heel. It could be babyface versus babyface. I've made it to this level. I'm finally here. You've wanted this for me. I wanted this for me. And I feel as though you're the top guy. So let me take on you for that title to prove to everybody that I am the guy that I believe I am, that you believe that I am, and that everybody believes that I am. There's so much more meaning to that than just, I can't beat Goon, so let me try to beat Goon. I mean, let's think to his story. He starts off with Roman and Roman just kicking the crap out of him. Then it turns to Jey falling in line and following after Roman. Jey sometimes was at odds with Roman because Jey started to feel as though he was better than he was. He started to feel as though he was more than what he was being treated as. And I can rock with that. I can rock with that because he started to see what his value was, because he started to see value around him. And he knew that he can be that guy. His mindset with being a part of the bloodline was, this is all family, this is all loyalty. No matter what it is that we go through, we're going to stand together until Sammy got out. Then he started to look at the bloodline as, damn, yo, like, what are we doing? And he leaves. He gets a bunch of opportunities at the titles and he loses them. He wins a few tournaments and he loses at the title match. Then he finally wins the IC title off of Braun Breaker just to show Roman. I mean, it wasn't just to show Roman, but it could kind of appear that way. But when he finally returns to the bloodline, he returns to the bloodline with value. He returns to the bloodline as a main event guy, main event Jey Uso. And hey, I've won gold. I said I can do it and I did it. I'm as valuable as you are. And Roman acquiesced. He gave him a yeet. Good enough for me. Then he loses the IC title. What was it? About a month? Again, loses. Next part of his story is that he can't beat Goon. And that's where we leave off with Jey Uso's story. Again, I get it. I understand. Is he over? I say yes. But what kind of over is this? Is this like a Cody Rhodes over? Meaning, for me at least, before Cody won the title, I was under the impression that, all right, people love Cody because they love to whoa and they like to follow the story. But what happens when he wins? And for a year now, we've seen what happens when Cody won the title and his story was over. What happens next? We got the payoff. Jey Uso is a bit in the same scenario. We followed his story. We like that he's grown since being a grunt in the bloodline. We love it. However, what happens next? Is he more than an entrance? Is he more than a yeet? What is he? Is he more than just a great tag team guy? That's the problem that he's presented with. How can he tell more of an engaging story in the ring? I think that the match with him and his brother hurt his wrestling ability in the eyes of a lot of viewers. It's once people saw that match and seen that he didn't really have much to offer as a solo guy in the ring, that's where a bit of a divide started to come. That's where people started looking at his matches more than just here's the entrance. They started to separate the super kicks. They started to separate the punch, and it's all right, what else do we do? If Jey Uso can tell a more engaging story in the ring and throw in a little bit more to his moveset, I think that the sky's the limit for him. But if he remains limited in the ring and can't make people engage with his actual match beyond just chanting yeet for a punch, it's gonna be in the same problem that Cody had with a lot of fans. It's gonna divide. Again, because of his story, I do think that he deserves a title match. Does he deserve to main event WrestleMania? Not at this time without the right dancing partner. Does he deserve a time to show that he can improve and he can be in that top spot? I think he's had a couple of years to do so, and this is a turning point for him. Guys got to perform. But again, without the right dance partner, I don't think he main events WrestleMania. So that's all I got for Jey Uso and him winning the Royal Rumble. You guys let me know again what you think down in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts on what it is that I have had to say or your own opinions on Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. And we could chat about it down there. Listen to how ashy my hands are, which means I need to go take care of this. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like if you enjoyed. I'm out.